Hello, my name is Dean Berden and I live in this home with my wife Kathy. This is our solar panel setup, a photovoltaic setup as it were. These are single cell crystalline panels. I'll start out with telling you a little bit about my background. I'm a retired school teacher and I farm currently right now, and I've become interested in selling solar panels around the thumb of Michigan and other areas as well. The cost of electricity obviously is going to be going up in the future. Nothing seems to go down. Detroit Edison now has approval, and all the other electrical companies in Michigan have the approval to move that electric rate up to 35 cents in the next 5 years. If they do, and we're currently paying 11 cents per kilowatt hour, or 11 to 12 cents, you're talking at least 3 times the cost of electricity. In that scenario, we want to be able to install solar systems that we can cut that cost, or in some cases, actually make a profit off of a solar system.
Hi, I'm Joe Narker, CPA in Sandusky, Michigan. Brining & Narker is my firm, and we also have an office up in Bad Axe. And today we're just going to share with you some of the tax benefits and financial benefits of installing a solar system. And so on the chart today here, I just made a very simple example with using even numbers to give you an idea of some of the net costs that would be associated with the system. So I started out here with just some rough numbers. If we installed a 20,000 watt system with an approximate cost of $100,000, and various credits come back to you in the form of either a Detroit Edison rebate or IRS federal grants. And so how the Detroit Edison rebate works, it's a $2.40 per watt credit for calculation. And so based on our 20,000 watts here, in our simple example, we'd have a $48,000 income that would come in. Because we have to report that as income in the year of receipt, we'd have to pay income taxes. So I reflected that on the system here, and a typical tax bracket would be 15 to 25%. So I averaged it at 20%. So if you received a $48,000 rebate from Detroit Edison, you'd have to pay tax at 20%, which would be $9,600. And also from the federal government, you'd get your solar credit. Or in this case, you could also apply for a U.S. Treasury grant, which is faster to get back in your hands. And that is 30% of the system cost. So in our system costs $100,000, 30% would be a $30,000 check you'd receive from the federal government. Also, if you're in business, and this whole thing is based on the business tax benefits, would be your IRS depreciation, or Section 179, where you can elect to write off the whole system cost. In this case, $100,000 in the first year of installation. So again, using our 15 to 25% and our 20% average, we'd have a 20% benefit on our tax return by being able to depreciate the system. So taking all those items into account, we have a net system cost the first year of $11,600. One of the additional benefits you're going to receive once we get our $11,600 net system cost would be a monthly credit off your utility bill, and that has to do with Detroit Edison's rebate. 50% of the rebate comes in the form upfront as a rebate income, $48,000 in our simple example. The other 50% comes over a 20-year period, and that has to do with receiving 11 cents a kilowatt hour right off your utility bill each month. So that typically would result in $300 to $400, depending on how large a system you install, as a credit right on your monthly bill. So each month you'd get that credit of 11 cents, plus you'd get the actual savings of being able to consume your own energy that you created, basically, rather than using Detroit Edison. So typically over a 3, 4, 5 year period, you'd have the whole system paid for. And that would be because those two credits and the use of your own energy would generate $5,000 to $7,000 in savings each year, thus eliminating the $11,600 remaining net system costs. So it'd be well worth looking into. Talk to your accountant, talk to the people like Dean Berden that knows the system, how it works, and has put it to use. And I'm sure it can help you too personally. Thank you very much.
This is a new installation, and this installation so far has produced 522 kilowatts of power. And you can actually see it's partly sunny today, it's not fully sunny, and you can see that meter. And this is a good turning. Usually you just grit your teeth when the meter's turning like this because it's not making you money. In this case, it is actually making this man money. as it's turning around. You can see it's turning very fast. So now it's producing that much power during the period of time. It has not been hooked up for even a week. It started out on Monday and today is Saturday. It's not even, and it's already produced 520, it'll be coming up 23 kilowatt hours during that period of time. So you have 2 meters in an installation. Now notice it slows down because there's a really big cloud overhead right now. But when that cloud goes away, it just buzzes right back up again. So it actually records the amount of electricity that's being produced in the solar array out there, that 19.8 kilowatt system.